Hey guys, I hope everybody had an awesome, Danielle's here. I hope everybody had an awesome Easter. I actually took the day off, which is very unlike me. So I came in here on Saturday and did a lot of work packing up orders, finishing sewing samples, and then I spent Sunday, I had a really good workout in the morning, and then finished my carrot cake, and then just hung out. And just watched some movies and stuff like that. We actually watched a really good documentary on Amy Winehouse, which was great, and didn't do a lot. So I am back, and I will say that the IG live schedule changed for this week. So Thursday, I did plan on doing dress forms for lingerie, if there were any, and if there weren't, what my recommendations were for kind of draping things or using a standard dress form for lingerie. So in my search for doing research, I actually found, I've worked with this company before, but I reached out to them and asked them if they had any dress forms for lingerie, and they did. So they're sending me one. So and I'm gonna review it. So it's specifically for lingerie, which I had never heard of. So I wanted to push that off to next week so I could show you guys their dress form for lingerie, as well as to give an honest review. I will be kind of bringing up or discussing other dress forms as well. So that is going to move to next week. And in place of that, I'm going to be doing an Instagram live on crotch linings. This is like the best name ever. So all about crotch linings, which a nicer, a nicer sounding word is gusset. It's like the word moist. Who wants to say crotch? Crotch lining. So gusset is a nicer word. But today we are gonna go over how do you know when to get rid of your bras. I have my lovely model here. We are social distancing. She has been self-quarantined for her whole existence. So we're gonna be going over when to throw away your bras, or how do you know what to do with them. And once they are done so, what do you do with them? Do you reuse the hardware if you're a sewist? Do you donate them? How do you know if they're good to donate? Because if they're kind of gross, should you donate them? Great question. So I'm gonna be going over that. So the one thing that I don't like about, I'm not a black and white thinker, I'm very kind of fluid in my thinking. So the one thing I don't like about whenever you look up, when I looked it up to do research for this, the first thing that came up was 6 to 12 months you should get rid of your bras. I don't like this way of thinking. It's very black and white. And what if you've never worn your bra before? Like, what if you bought your bra in December, it still has the tags on it, and come June, should you just toss it out? No. So I don't like those hard number rules. And what if it's just like a special bra? Or what if it's like a strapless one? You really only wear it in the summertime. So I don't like to put a number to when you should get rid of your bras. Rather, I think there are some telltale signs that it is time to get rid of your bras, like a bad habit. So all of these tips, or not tips, but telltale signs can be applied to, I'm talking about like regular bras, but you can kind of use it for sports bras as well. So if your sports bras are showing the same signs, yeah, it's time. So the number one thing is elasticity and your fabrics. So, and it's kind of a gradual, my problem is like, it's kind of a gradual process. So your spandex is going to go over time. It's not going to be as supportive as it was when you first got it. And because it's such a slow process, you kind of don't realize it. Because you bought it, and then it's 6 months or a year or even 3 years from now, you can't really see the change day in and day out. So people always ask me, well, how do I know that the elastic has like gone or it's done? One is the back band. Once it starts to loosen up, let me bring this gal over here. So this is a bralette, but even if it's a bra with a back closure, the back band will start to ride up. So this will get loose and then this will ride up. And if it's a bra with a hook and eye closure, when you first purchase that bra, you should always clip it on the loosest hook. And then as you'll feel your band kind of getting looser and it'll be riding up in the back, tighten it to the next one. And then you'll tighten it to the next one once it starts getting looser again. So as it gets looser, and once you're on the tightest hook and it feels loose and it's kind of riding up and you can like wiggle around in it, yeah, that's a sign that it is done. Also like a discoloration too, you can kind of tell that the elastic is going if it's like discolored, the color starts to fade. And this doesn't happen a lot with higher priced bras, but and it happens more often if you machine wash your bras, if the fabric starts to disintegrate. So I know that everybody has bought those 5 for $25s. I've done it at Target, at whatever, in a pinch or a good deal. And usually fabrics like that tend to go, and I've had underwear that's literally disintegrated in the wash. So if your underwear is disintegrating or your bras are disintegrating, yeah, like I'm gonna say this every time, but get rid of it like a bad habit. Don't hang onto it. But again, that'll happen with more of like lower priced lingerie than higher priced lingerie. The other sign is if your bras are showing like sweat marks or sweat stains. Listen, ew, gross. I know, but you know what? We all sweat. So if it just is gross on the inside, get rid of it. Get a new one. Sew a new one. So that's a telltale sign. And again, like some people sweat more than others, and definitely during the summer. I mean, when it's 30 degrees here, I'm not sweating much. I hardly sweat even in my workouts. But if it's showing sweat marks or sweat stain and it's just really not pretty from the inside, get rid of it. The other sign that your bra is going is if the straps are falling off. Now I say this because I'm assuming that your straps are too wide. So if your bra straps are too wide to begin with, they're gonna fall off no matter what. But if you're continuing to tighten it up and it's not, and it's still falling off and losing elasticity, if you think about it, your strap elastics are usually tighter than your other elastics. So, and only 10% of the support comes from your straps. The other 90% come from your band. So if your straps are going, most likely your other elastic is gone. So yeah, if your straps are all the way to the tight and they're still like kind of falling off, done so. Like I said, I will say this again, get rid of it like a bad habit. The other sign is in the case of an underwire bra with padding, if your underwears are poking out or sticking you, listen, you don't need to be like a masochist. We don't need to hurt yourself. Get rid of it. So if it's poking or if it is digging into your underside, it's done. And the other thing with padded bras is if the padding on the inside is creasing or crinkling. This happens a lot. I went over this in my bra fitting virtual workshop, but a lot of people will put on their bra. There's a good way and a bad way to put on a bra. A lot of people will put on their bra like this, and then you see that's collapsing. See how the padding is collapsing? And then they'll try to yank it up like that, and that'll cause your padding to crinkle or crease. Also, putting it in the washer or dryer. You're supposed to put your breasts in, and then your straps, and then you hook it. So those are other examples that are other two telltale signs that your bra is donezo. So elasticity, definitely the quality of the fabrics, if it's disintegrating, sweat or stain marks, your straps, if your padding is creasing, or if your underwears are poking out. And so you're probably asking, well, you're talking about increasing the longevity of your bras. How do I do that? great question. So I did a blog post on this, how to wash your lingerie. You can hand wash it or you can machine wash it. Machine washing is going to decrease the longevity of it. Hand washing is definitely better, but you can definitely do it either way. So I'm going to link to that after because that is a whole separate concept. And then, so let's just say your bra is done so, and you're like, what should I do with this? So if you sew, I definitely suggest taking your seam ripper and taking off those rings and sliders and hooks and eyes. You can use those again. Those are good. So take those guys off and use it on another bra. And your hooks and eyes right here, or any other hardware that you're using. Don't try to reuse elastic, won't work. And then if you're not a sewer and you're not going to use it again, and it's in okay shape, it's not in horrible shape. I've actually donated some of my old samples from old production runs, as well as just other samples around the studio, to the bra recyclers. So they're an awesome group that I've worked with. So they actually will take old bras and they'll donate them to women in need. So they're definitely an awesome cause that I highly suggest. So I will link to that afterwards. So I hope that answers your question. I really wasn't looking at all the things that came up, but I hope no questions came up. Let me just scroll through this really quickly. No. Awesome, cool. I think I answered, hopefully if you don't have any questions, it means I answered everything. So I will be back tomorrow and Thursday for crotch linings, and I always forget the next day, but there's definitely a subject up for tomorrow. And then next week, I will be doing the dress forms for lingerie. I think it's be really cool because I've never seen a dress form for lingerie. So this dress form that I have coming here it is for lingerie. So it'd be really cool to review it with you guys on IG. And this weekend, and last night, I finalized the content for the 3rd virtual workshop. So it's gonna be really cool. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. It's how to draft an underwear pattern. So I think this is great because take your measurements. You can draft your underwear from it. And what's awesome about this is that you can use this for bathing suits too. Or so you can use this because summer's coming up. So I will be announcing that tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. This will be up on IGTV as well as on YouTube. And there's going to be a blog post. And I will link to all of it after this. Have a good day, everybody.